Hey guys. Okay, so today you are going to complete these notes as I'm going through them. All right, so there's gonna be times where I say pause the video and I want you guys to work on some problems. That's what I want you to do. So in first period, I have Melanie, hopefully is here and is helping pause the video. In third period, Ava, you got the remote, and in fourth period, John has got the remote. So everybody needs to go to modules, and to open up the assignment, you're gonna go, once you get to modules, or you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom and you're going to open up this writing systems of equations and inequalities interactive notes. And it should open up the assignment. I think everybody has given it permission to access your Google account. So you should see this now. If you don't, then you probably just need to scroll down a little bit more and there's going to be like an authorize button or something down here. But I think everybody's done that at this point. So we're going to click right here where it says Systems of Equations and Inequalities Word Problems and open this up into a new screen. And here's the notes. So you can type in on your own screen, okay? So what I type in on mine, I want you to type in on yours. And then when I say pause the video, you guys work the next one. So you'll type those in. At the end of class, you're going to hit submit so that I can see all of your work. All right. So here we go. We're going to write equations from word problems. So first, let's review, how do we write words? What do words mean in math? Okay. So we have the sum of x and 35 is 38. So sum means that we are adding things. So over here, you can click and highlight that and delete it out. So the sum of x and means plus. So I'm going to put plus 35. The word is means equals 38. So the sum of x and 35 is 38. So x plus 35 equals 38 is what that means. The difference, I'm going to do these, I think we can do the difference. I think you can do difference on your own. So pause the video here. You guys do difference and product, and y'all do 2 and 3, difference and product. Okay, so you guys should have discussed together what difference and product are. And then we're on number 4 here. So 2 more than twice is 8. Oh, 2 more than twice x. So 2 more than is a addition word. So that means we're adding. So 2 more than twice x. So twice x means that we're doing 2x. 2 more means plus 2 from that. Is means equals 8. So that statement means 2x plus 8. Oh, let's see, which other one do I want to work? One number is 3 less than another number. So I think we can write this one. Oops, I didn't mean to drag that over. Here we go. One number is 3 less than another number. So I have 2 numbers that I don't know what they are. That means I need to have 2 variables. So one number, let's just use x for that one. One number is means equals 3 less than another number. So 3 less means that we are going to use subtraction. That means we're getting smaller. And less than is, in Algebra 1, we talked about turnaround words, where we would think about it one way. How our brain reads it is 3 minus a number, but less than means we got to flip it around. So really, we're going to take that number and we're going to subtract off 3 from it. So I don't know what that number is. I'm going to use another variable, y minus 3. So one number, x, whatever that number is means equal. That number less than another number. So we did y minus 3 because less than means we're going to flip it around the way our brains would actually read it, okay? So triple a number decreased by 8 is 19. So triple a number means, triple means we're going to do 3 times a number. So 3x, I'm just going to use x. We don't know what that number is. Decreased by 8, decreased is a subtraction word. By 8 is 19. So anytime you see the word is, that means that's where your equal sign goes. I'm going to let you guys do 7 and 8. So you can pause the video here, fill in 7 and 8, talk about it as a class, and then come back. All right, so now we're going to write systems of equations with those word problems. So when we have system of equations, that means we're going to have more than one equation. Okay, so we're going to write two different equations for all of these. So the first one says, I'm going to have two equations here. So the first equation, a number is 2 more than 4 times another number. So a number, x, means equals, 2 more, so more than means plus, so 2 plus 4 times another number. So 4 times, I'm going to use y because I don't know what that other number is. So 4 times another number. Then I can write a sentence, an equation for the second sentence. Their sum is 182. So their sum, the word sum is an addition word. So the sum of the two numbers is going to be 182. So my first number is x. I don't know what it is x. The sum means I add. My second number I don't know is y. And the sum, so when I add them together, it's going to equal 182. Right? So now we have Sally buys 12 tickets to the Fun Time Circus for a total of $56. Adult tickets cost $6 each, and child tickets cost $2 each. So I want to write two equations. The first equation says, oh, whoops, I didn't mean to scroll. Okay. Sally buys 12 tickets to the Fun Time Circus for a total of $56. So she's buying, we have two totals in this sentence. We have a total of 12 tickets, and we have a total of $56. So what type of tickets is she buying? She's buying 12 tickets total. So the first thing I know is I can write an equation about the number of tickets that she's buying. So 12 is her total number of tickets. Well, what types of tickets is she buying? We have two different types. We have an adult ticket and we have a child ticket. So 12 total is the number of adult tickets plus the number of children tickets. So I'm going to use A to represent the adult tickets. So the 12 is the number of adult tickets. I'm going to use A to represent the number of adult tickets plus the number of child tickets. I'll use C to represent the number of tickets that we're buying for children. Okay? So if you don't understand where I got 12 equals A plus C, then pause this video. You guys talk about it as a class and see if we can fill in some gaps for anybody if anybody's confused. Then I can write a second equation, and I know that I've spent a total of $56. But how do we figure out what does that $56 consist of? Well, we bought children tickets, we bought adult tickets, and each of those tickets has a different cost. So if I were to try to figure out how much we spent on just adult tickets, we would have to take the number of tickets they purchased and multiply that by the cost of that ticket. So that's what we're going to do in this equation. We're going to say, well, each adult ticket is $6. So that means I have to take 6 and multiply it by A, which is the number of adult tickets we purchased. And then I'm going to add that amount because my total amount for both types of tickets is $56. So I'm going to take my amount I spent for adult tickets and I'm going to add it to the amount I spent for child tickets. So each child ticket costs $2, and I'm going to multiply that by C so that I can figure out how much exactly I spent on just children's tickets. Okay? All right, so I want you guys to do number 3. Y'all write these equations, fill these in. So pause the video. As a class, you guys take some time, come up with the equations for number 3. Okay, now we have a cardboard box, and it's got a base with the dimensions shown in the figure. I think I want to connect to my iPad so the perimeter of the bottom of the cardboard is 54 inches. Hold on, guys. I know I should have had this ready. Sorry. I think I want to write some notes here so you guys can see this a little bit better. Okay, the perimeter of the bottom of the cardboard box is 54 inches. The perimeter of the front of the cardboard box is 64 inches. The perimeter of the right side of the cardboard box is 70 inches. Formulate a system of 3 equations in 3 variables that can be used to determine the lengths of the 3 sides of the cardboard box. Okay, so what we want to figure out is what does X, Y, and Z represent? And we've been given the perimeter of certain sides of the box, all right? So let me pull up a note here and we will write some equations. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so, oops, I didn't mean to move that. Moving all kinds of stuff on here. All right, first I'm gonna start by drawing a picture. My pen's not gonna work because my iPad's plugged in. Okay, I'm gonna draw my picture just so that we can see it a little bit better. So this side is X, this side is Y, and this side is Z. And we're told a few things. So the perimeter of the bottom of the cardboard box is 54 inches. So the bottom of my box, I have this like part down here. That's the part I'm talking about. So we're talking about this bottom, right? If I were to draw it over here. If this side is X, then that means this side also has to be X. And if this side is Y, then this side also has to be Y. So I can determine, or I can write an equation for the perimeter of the bottom of my box by knowing that each 2 sides are Y and 2 sides are X. So the perimeter of the bottom of the box, when I find perimeter, is perimeter means add up all the sides. So the perimeter of the box is 54 inches, and I'm going to add up all the sides. Well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So I'm going to do Y plus X plus Y plus X. I'm adding all 4 of my sides. I can simplify this a little bit by combining my like terms. So I have Y and Y. So this is 54 equals Y plus Y is 2Y. And then I have X and X. So X plus X is 2X. So the equation for the bottom of my box is 54 equals 2Y plus 2X. Then we say the perimeter of the front of the cardboard box is 64 inches. So we have to do a little bit more work here. So the front of my box is this rectangle. And so we have to say, okay, well, the bottom of it is X, so that means the top of it is X. And then how would I determine this side of my box right here? Well, this is also a rectangle going this way. So if I know what this side is on the far end, then I should know that this is the same. So that means that this over here is Z. So I have a second equation I can write. I have 64 equals X plus Z plus Z, or that's the same thing. I can combine my terms. 64 equals 2X plus 2Z. All right, so there's 2 of the equations. I want you to write the third equation. The perimeter of the right side of the cardboard box is 70 inches. So now we're talking about this green square that we have over here. You already have 2 sides. You need to figure out what the top side is and then write that equation. So we should have, let's see. Okay, so I gave you 2 equations. I want you guys to work together on that third equation. So we should have here 54 equals 2y plus 2x. And then on this equation, we would have 64 equals 2x plus 2z, and then you guys can come up with that third equation on your own. Okay, so pause the video and write that third equation. Okay, the last thing we have here is writing, or the last two things we're writing inequalities. So again, we're just going to write some things instead of having equal signs. We're going to have one of our inequality symbols, and it says you can just copy and paste it. So you can just highlight it and then do Control C to copy and then Control V to paste in your inequalities when you're writing them. Okay, so the sum of 5x and 2x is at least 15. So first, let's start with the sum. Sum means we're adding. So the sum of 5x and 2x is at least 15. So is it going to be at least? Does that mean it's going to be smaller than 15, or does that mean it's going to be 15 and bigger? So at least means that's the smallest that it can actually be. 15 is the smallest it can actually be. So it's going to be greater than. Can it be 15? Does this say anything about it not being 15? So that means it can be equal to. So we're going to say that the sum is greater than or equal to, so I can Control C, and then I can come back in here and do Control V, and then we'll paste it there. And that's going to be at least 15. Then we have a number decreased by 5 is less than 20. So a number, we don't know what that number is. We're going to use a variable. Let's just use n. I'm going to make up some random variable. Okay, n decreased by 5. Decreased is a subtraction word, so minus 5 is less than 20. So that literally tells you what symbol to use. Less than. So remember, if you hold your fingers up, this is how you determine this with your left hand, right? It makes an L. Let me do it. It's backwards. Okay. It makes an L. Okay. So you can use that to determine, well, that's a less than symbol because it's going to open like an L. All right. So we're going to use our less than symbol, Control C, and then Control V is less than 20. We can put 20. I don't care that these are different colors. It's fine. Okay. All right. So I want you guys to do number 3. So pause the video. You do number 3, talk about it as a class, and then come back. All right. Now we're going to write systems of inequalities from word problems. So I'm going to do number 1 with you, and then I'm going to let you guys do number 2, and then you will make sure you hit submit on Canvas before you close out of this, all right? All right, so number 1, you need at least 3 pounds of fruit to make muffins. Blueberries cost $4 per pound, strawberries cost $3 per pound, and you can spend at most $21 on fruit. So first, let's determine what kind of totals do we have here. Well, I see that we have a total of 3 pounds. We can buy 3 pounds of fruit, and we cannot spend more than $21. At most, I can spend $21, okay? So these are my 2 totals, and then I need to build equations around these totals. So we know how much each pound of blueberry cost, and we know how much each pound of strawberries cost, but we don't know how many pounds of each of these fruits we're buying. So I'm going to use 2 different variables to represent the number of pounds that we're buying. So, let me click. Okay. So if my 2 variables represents the pounds, the number of pounds I'm buying, then I know that 3, the total number of pounds, has to equal, or it says at least 3 pounds. So it has to be greater than or equal to. Nope, at least. At least means, oh, what did I do? My goodness, y'all messed up. Okay. All right. At least, you need at least 3 pounds of fruit. So that means the amount of blueberries and strawberries combined that I'm buying has to be greater than or equal to 3. So I'm going to use this less than or equal to because I put 3 first. Okay, so that means that I'm going to put variables on the other side of this symbol, and those to combine together has to be bigger than the number 3. Okay, so I'm going to use B for the number of pounds of blueberries I'm buying, and I'm going to add that to S, the number of pounds of strawberries I'm buying. Then we can write a second equation. We know that the total amount I can spend is $21. So I'm going to put $21. And that amount, the $21 is the most money I can spend. So that means my symbol has to be opening towards 21. So I'm going to put a greater than or equal to. I can spend exactly $21. That's okay. I've got $21 to spend. I can't spend any more than that. I don't have any change. I don't have anything else to spend above my $21, but I can spend exactly $21. Okay, so that means it can be equal to. And now, how do I figure out how much I can spend on each one? So the total amount I spend is going to be the cost of my blueberries plus the cost of my strawberries. And we know we used B to represent the number of pounds of blueberries, and we can see in our word problem that each pound of blueberries cost $4. So if I take $4 and I multiply it by the number of pounds of blueberries I got, then that should tell me the total amount I spent on blueberries. Then we're going to take that amount and add it to the $3 per pound it costs for strawberries, and we're going to multiply that by the number of pounds of strawberries we bought. So these are the two equations I have for inequalities. All right, so I want you guys to do number 2 and write your 2 inequalities. Then once you finish, go over it with the class, make sure everybody's on the same page, you guys are all in agreement. Come back to Canvas. You can go ahead and close out that once you have it finished. Come back to Canvas, and you guys have a blue submit button right here. I want you to make sure you hit the submit button. It will pop up saying submitted on October 5th at whatever time you've submitted it, okay? I can see the time you submitted it, and I can see what work you've done. So make sure you hit submit so I can give you a grade for this, all right? Do not forget to hit submit, all right? Okay, I will be back in class tomorrow. We're reviewing tomorrow, and we have a test on Thursday. So make sure you come ready to ask any questions if you have them about this assignment, and then we will work on it. We'll have some activities to work on it in the review tomorrow. All right, y'all have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.